Hello, welcome back to episode 61 of our Geneforge 2 Infestation playthrough. We are at the gates of Rising. Let's see what people have to say here. Servile is one of the dual obedient serviles. It was probably either recently created by a shaper or is the child of two recently created serviles. Serviles like this one are working hard to grow the crops and cut down the forest. It looks at you waiting for direction. Who's in charge here, Servile? We listen to Trace. Trace come out of Big Place. Servile points south to Rising Gate. Says what we do, we do. What do you think of the independent Serviles? It is confused. It has no idea what you mean. How have things been going here lately? It looks nervous. After a bit of difficult thought, it says, I work, then I eat and sleep. It good. It's hard to figure out how these simple creatures evolved into the independent and strong Serviles you have been meeting. I'll be going now. Yes. Alright. You are outside the north gate of the city of Rising. The stone walls of the city are tall and imposing, at least by the standards of these mountains. They were built over a century ago and then recently restored using the labor of serviles. Outside the gates, a number of stone buildings have been hastily built, probably by those evicted during the construction of the main city. There are large patches of farmland, featuring new varieties of crops newly shaped to grow in these mountains. Most of the people outside the walls are serviles. They walk around slowly, staring at the ground. The few who dare look up quickly look away. The presence of a shaper worries them. Oh boy. What's up that way? Oh, hey, a shrubbery. A lot of crystals. Right, we have so many magical items. We're gonna leave the Tinker's Gloves on for now. We don't expect to need to fight here in Rising. I say that and immediately walk into combat with a rat. Too funny. Well, don't mind if I do. Just pilfering your storage sheds. Have to take some shrubberies back to what's his name? Grimwing. Just gonna pop our head out of this to open up that pathway up to the mountain base. Alright, we'll have to take a look at that. Burning turret. Nice little... Oh, Rior. There's a servile in this small home. He has a blade and a baton at his belt. He is quickly packing up to leave. He looks up to you when you enter. Good, the Shaper. I am Rior of the Takers. I wanted to speak with you before I left. Why are you leaving, Servile? Well, I am a spy for the Takers. My work is done here, and I want to get out of here before I'm hacked apart. Have you been found out? No, the Barzites are too distracted by the hunt for power to watch what happens under their noses. However, the war between the Takers and the Barzites is about to heat up. There will be rogue creations roaming all over these lands soon. I have another question. What do you want to say to me? We Takers have discovered amazing power. You Shapers are doomed. Not all Shapers need die. Those that reject your evil arts will be spared and be allowed to work for us. Come to Zasus, meet with Cyros. Learn how you might be spared. One day, I promise, it will be your only hope. You can't imagine the power we are building. And where's Zasus? Through one of the two passes and into cold, sandy wastes. You might want to avoid any serviles you meet. You've probably heard that us Takers are mad, and I think some of us are. But it was you who made us that way. I mean, you, the collective you. I had nothing to do with it. Alright, what is the best way to reach Zasus? If you can handle lots of rogue creations, approach the pass from Awakened Lands. If your deal is disarming minds and trickery, go north and enter from Barzite Lands. That's our deal. Will I be welcomed in Zasus? Our leader Cyros is wise. Once you enter our gates, you will be able to learn our ways. We might give you a chance to join us. Why would I ever join the Takers? Because you could finally at last be part of a movement that is both strong and just. It is your only chance for this. The Barzites are strong. The Awakened have some wisdom. Both are too weak and foolish to ever prevail. Only the Takers have hope. Alright, you've given your message. You can go. I was under orders. Now I'm off. He lifts his pack and runs out of the building. Alright, did you leave us anything? Nope. Well, there we go. That's a nice little hint that we should approach through the Awakened Lands. Not that we won't go the other way and just kill things to, what's it called? Get experience and whatnot and see what sort of resources are available. Most visitors would find the passage into the mountains to the west extremely impressive. Less imposing to you, but only because you have walked the halls of the Shaper Council itself. Huge walls and statues tower to either side of you as you walk down the path. Braziers burn incense to either side. Your skin starts to tingle and your hair stands on end. Magic is heavy in the air. Obelisks to either side pronounce that you are approaching the Radiant College, whatever that is. Okay, so this is the path to the Radiant College. We are just going to open this up so we can easily go there later. So they have the Radiant College just like the Awakened have the complex, the Mages Complex. Looks like a vent into the ground. There's some sort of tunnel thing over here from the mountain base. So we should be coming up here to Zasus instead of going through that passageway. Also, there's got to be some interesting stuff down here, including the giant tree that, what's his name? Grimwing wants us to cut down. It would be interesting if that was displayed somewhere on the map visually. Maybe it is, and I'm just not seeing it today. Anyway, back to the gates. Let's continue exploring this entry area. What do you like, guards? Level 18, 610 health. Greetings to you too. How about you, little orc? Level 1, 13 health. Okay. Not very threatening. Oh. Got anything in the pot? Die. Oh. Yes, please. We need all the money we can get. Y'all be charging exorbitant prices for training. I'm not really stealing from you. I'm just recouping my investment in paying your ridiculously costed trainers. Yeah, I know it's not mine. That's okay. Oh, pushing the wrong key. Right, because you're supposed to be there. Sure. Recheck these. Yep. Alright. What's in here? Yep. Oh. Alright. Fine. Ow. What's up with you? Level 14 rabid scaling. Okay. Just heal up. Oh, what a chainmail vest. Just raiding the armory. Shaped lances, spray crystals, airshot crystals. What are you? Magic shaping. Ooh. Do you use it? That's tempting. We're trying not to use these, but this one's very tempting. We will make a note to come back, potentially. Potentially. Alright, learned Versa. Alright, this is a chemist shop. It was only just built and stocked. Herbs and other useful plants are everywhere. The shop is run by one old servile. He is unhappy to see a shaper, but he isn't unwise enough to refuse you. I am Learned Versa. Welcome to my shop. What do you do here? I make alchemical reagents. That's what Barzal brought me here to do. He gives me orders and supplies, and I make pods and brews and concoctions for his experiments. When I'm not busy, I tend to the serviles. What sort of experiments is he doing? Can't say. They're doing lots of projects in the Radiant College. Shaper things I don't understand. I can feel them, though. I feel the heat coming from their tunnels. This is all done to make the humans more powerful, though. Everything the Barzites do is to make themselves stronger. What do the serviles need? Cures to their diseases, balms to ease their sores, and fatigue. At least no serviles here are sick yet. There's a sickness among serviles to the northeast. It has moved, but not here so far. Is there anything you can help make? Is there anything you can make to help me? I am busy, but I can help. My orders are clear. I do know one special recipe. It can make a very strong healing pod, but the ingredients are rare. I need a pouch of adaptable spores. A healing pod or healing spores and a bottle of wine. We have some of those. A shaper creation produced by some of your plants. They are spores, but utterly inert, no life within them, no ability to create new plants. They are blank, and shapers can adapt them to whatever they want. They're usually found in swamps. Like for you to improve my pods. Need healing pods? Okay. Wait, let's like buy some potions. Restoration spores. I guess 31 is the maximum number of hostile elemental effects you can have at one time. Okay. That is actually pretty neat. So we have adaptable spores. But I don't know if that's what will be used for... What's it called? For the healing of the awakened issue. Zoka. This is one of the intelligent, independent serviles you have only ever met in these mountains. He is very muscular, and his hands show burns and calluses produced by years of hard work. He is angry. He is also drunk. Oh, we might be able to find some wine around here. He looks blearily up at you. Ah, Shaper, come to take more from Zoka, yes? Come to take what little I have left? What work do you do? Nothing now. I had work. Zoka did good work. Shapers took it all. Curse the Shapers. Should be careful, bad things might happen if the Shapers hear you say that. He takes another deep swig of ale. And kill me? I should be so lucky. Drink is leading him to act in an unwise way. Another question. Why are you so angry? Zoka was a smith. Blacksmith. Good at it. Work hard in rising. Learn from Smith who was a smith on Susha Island. Then I lose my smithy. Taken from me. Barzal go back on word. Curse him. Right, how'd he go back on his word? When he lured us serviles here to work for him, he promised respect, a good place. Then he uses the canisters. He makes his weird Barzite ideas. He gets arrogant, acts worse than any shaper now. Sounds like you were not treated justly. Yes, not justly, that's right. All should keep their word, even shapers. I mean, yeah, that's why we have law. Are you so angry? Why was your smithy taken away from you? A human wanted it. A human asked for it. Barzites gave it to him, and that was not the worst. What was the worst thing? Guardian who took smithy, name was Croxed. I was too slow leaving, and I argued. He broke my tools, used a spell and melted them. Now I need to replace them, if I can, for I am poor and without work. Curse Croxed his cruelty. If only something would happen to him. I am not all poor. I have things from smithy. I could pay if something happened. Speaking like this is unwise, even drunk. Zoka may not be long for this world. Maybe I might make something happen to Crocs for pay. Zoka stares down the table. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask Shaper. And I'm not telling you Crocs is patrolling in woods to north. Okay. I definitely didn't tell you that Crocs went out on patrol this morning in the woods, where nobody can see him. Dejena. The small inn is run by one lone servile. The heavy trade has left her overworked. She can always make time, however, to pay attention to a Shaper. Shaper, welcome. I am Dejena. I hope you mean well to my humble inn. Her tone lets you know she has her doubts. What services do you offer? Well, we can let you stay in one of our humble rooms tonight. That is only five coins for you. We also have ale for 3 coins. I don't need anything. Something about me worry you. No, Shaper, it's just nothing. I'm sorry, Shaper. No, something is wrong. What is it? I'm sorry, Shaper. I've just been distracted since my mate was taken away. My beloved Tyree was taken to the rising jails. I don't know whether he is well or not. It worries me. Right? Why was Tyree taken away? He questioned the Barzites. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be taken away too. Right, who took him away? Guardian Stannis and 2 Barzite humans came out here to collect him. He went into the city. I've heard nothing from him since. Well, if I see him, I can relay a message from him to you. Oh, I would not dare bother a shaper with my petty troubles. I am sorry I brought it up, but if you did see Tyree while passing through and trade words with him, that would be a kindness. Alright, so Barzites are drunk on canister power, and are consequently... We'll leave that locked for now. Should probably unlock it. Just gonna raid your kitchen here. We have a free room. Wait, is that a dagger on the table that I just didn't... It is. Ooh, and another metal pot. Okay. I'm gonna find somewhere to dump all this junk. Wind. The tiny shop is warm and filled with delicious smells. After all your time wandering in the mountains, the presence of real food is a delightful surprise. The shop is run by a servile, not a surprise. Back home, shapers frequently use brighter serviles as cooks. She is surprised to see a shaper in her shop. Greetings. I am Wind. Welcome to you. How long have you been cooking here? Since Barzal refounded Rising, my old shop had to be torn down to make room for his palace. Her face remains carefully expressionless as she speaks. Did you come here with Barzal? No, when he arrived, some common humans and serviles lived here. I was one of them. Barzal promised freedom to us serviles. Some of us foolishly believed him. In time, he acted like all shapers. What can you tell me of the events in Rising? I am sorry, shaper. I am a cook. I do not pay attention to those things. But I... She stops and thinks. Never mind. I would like to buy some food. We will buy one fish. Alright, maybe if our leadership was higher, we're gonna have some fish. Maybe if our leadership was higher, we could convince her to talk. Ah, who are you? Lim. This man is a traveling merchant. This is a dangerous occupation right now, but he seems to be surviving. He has a sword at his belt and a large pack on his back. He bows to you, a difficult maneuver because of his heavy pack. He manages to remain standing. I am Lim. I am a tinker and a trader. Need any work done? I'd like to sell something. Can you buy my junk? Great. Do we use the stability boots? We would have really high stun chance, or stun resistance if we do. How do you manage to be a merchant in these dangerous times? Stealth. I stab things if I have to, but most of the time creations just leave me alone. Plus, I spend a lot of time around Medab. It's safer there. He doesn't say anything else. If he has more on his mind or more to say about Medab, he doesn't mention it. I'd like to do some business. Alright, shielding band, reapers, hypnotic wand. Okay. Samaritan sandals, +2 healing craft, interesting. Anything else? Oh, ruby, base bust. Alright. Interesting assortment. Watch your back on the road, mountains get more wild every day. Alright, just some fruit. Should get over here. Mushrooms. We need to keep our eye out for some wine. Serviles are sleeping. Alright, just gonna take all their robes and their shoes. Oh, it's just a clay cauldron. Oh, iron pot. Missing out on some value. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm just cleaning out all your stuff. Alright, I think we're nearly done exploring the gates. Gotta pick all the flowers in their graveyard. Sell them to some merchant. Oh, look at these lovely flowers. I'm sure someone will appreciate them. Yeah, so before we try and go to the Radiant College, we will head into Old Rising itself. Hurt Krogs. Interesting. Speak with Tyree. Find out where this tree is that needs cutting down. You finally enter the city of Rising. Built many years ago, it was abandoned and fell into ruin. Then the Barzites and their serviles reclaimed it. The repaired walls are high and strong, ready to withstand a siege. Rising is mostly populated by creations. There are a few humans, mostly common warriors and artisans. The city is guarded by battle alphas and drakes, very independent creations with few shapers watching them. You wonder why they don't go rogue. The ear is constantly full of a low hum. It annoys you, and it affects the creation. The sound leaves them distracted and docile. At last you are close to completing your mission. You are sent to speak with Barzal, or find and speak with Barzal. Perhaps he can explain what's been happening in these mountains. That's right. Our main mission is to find and speak with Barzal. Next to the path, you see some sort of device. You've never seen anything like it before you came to these mountains. It's a smooth stone post, about 5 feet tall. It has a wide, empty bronze bowl at the top. The bowl vibrates, constantly emitting low vibrations. The hum they produce is broadcasted all throughout the area. You guess that the devices have something to do with controlling the powerful creations here. You aren't sure how yet. There's no controls or mechanism for you to tinker with. It is controlled from elsewhere. Okay. So all these little posts keep these battle alphas in line. Offices where merchants and travelers check in. They will be required to pay customs on goods and inform the city about new creations being introduced into the system. The office is closed and dusty. Since the servile sects began to fight each other, trade and travel vanished. What few travelers come here now just go about their business. Okay, nothing of interest there. I was thinking maybe there would be some sort of, like, log of entry. Okay. A bunch of little, like, creation controlling things. Solithra, all hail Barzal, alright. You meet a guardian, or at least she wears the armor of one. She lifts the visor of her helmet and looks at you. She is young for the role and moves awkwardly, as if she is not used to her strength. Her heavy armor does not slow her small form at all, though. A huge shield is strapped to her back. Welcome, Shaper, she says. I am instructed to greet you. I am Guardian Solithra. I command the common humans here. What does your command entail? I give orders to the common human warriors and merchants here, the ones not suitable for transformation into higher form. I send out patrols and I keep watch. If I do well, I will be given more canisters and be purified into a higher form. Why did you join Barzal? Because the Shaper Council treats us common humans like insects. I wanted something more. Now I have it, and I will have more. Are you looking for someone to complete any missions? Not now. Barzal told me only to hire you for things after you become a Barzite. Okay, do you face any enemies? Yes, the Takers are to the north. They are mad. They hate and want to destroy all Shapers. Since we are making more Shapers, they don't like us. They send raids and spies to work against us. There are also the Awakened, but they are weak. And finally, there are our own creations. They are too headstrong and numerous for us to control them all the time. The Taker's dangerous. Yes, since they know how to make drakes and drakons. Ooh, they're getting better and better at it all the time. This is a real thing. They're making drakons? Interesting. Our leader can tell you much more. How do you keep the creations under control? It is difficult. We are making more Shapers. Between you and me, it's easy and rising. We have the machinery that keeps the rogues under control. Through those, she points at one of the stone posts with a bowl on top. It's a good system. Without it, everything would fall apart. Well, I think that's our clue to unraveling them once we join the Takers. How long have you been a Guardian? About 6 months. I can still hardly believe it. I was no stranger to fighting. I was a caravan guard, but now I have actual power. I can't make creations, but they listen to me. Of course I feel extra lucky. The canisters didn't have a strange effect on me. What sort of effect? Well, don't tell anyone I said this, but sometimes using lots of canisters makes people funny in the head. Real arrogant. Also, you meet Trocknan. Don't aggravate him. He was a caravan guard with me, but the canister treatment made him strange. Quick to anger. I guess it doesn't always work well. Trocknan, we gotta be tipping on our toes around him. Alright. Tell me about Rising. It's all been rebuilt. As you can see, it was an old city, mostly a ruin. We had our serviles rip the crumbling parts down and rebuild it into a real fortress. When we put them to work, some of them got pretty mad, she chuckles. These are the barracks where the human soldiers live, and further in there, she says, pointing to the west, is the arena. What's the arena for? Having new creations fight each other, mostly, to test them out, and for entertainment, of course. I think it was also used for duels back in the old days. Why were the serviles mad? Some of them were living in the buildings we had to tear down. Others didn't want to obey our orders. It was funny watching them shout and run around, but what can they do? They're serviles. Wouldn't you be mad if someone tore down your home? It doesn't seem just. She looks confused, but Shaper, you are supposed to understand. They are serviles. We are their masters. Anything they own, we own. We were just using our own property. Nothing wrong with that. Alright. So we can't get any missions from her unless we join the Barzites. Unpleasant smelling clothes and sandals. It's the dirty clothes basket. Iron sword. Take your makeup. She's wearing a helmet anyway. The Barzite way. The goal of the Barzites is to bring purity to all humans. What is purity? To answer this question, we must ask, what is impurity? To be impure is to be unable to do whatever you want to do. Limits are impurity. Shaper law is nothing but limits. Shapers are inherently impure. To bar something is to accept weakness. There may be limits to what we Barzites are willing to accomplish. We have not found them yet. Scary philosophy. At the dirty clothes basket? Yes, but there's also a tarnished copper key. You wait until nobody's looking, then you pocket the key. There we go, and we found a key. And a mirror. And a bunch of other supplies. How strong are you? Level 18, 255 health. Not nearly as strong as... Let's take all their board games. Oh, here's some wine. We'll toss that in our pack for now, or in our junk bag for now. Shaper law forbids pitting creations against each other for sport. That doesn't stop these people. This is a small arena set aside for duels and blood sport. The floor has been mopped, but traces of the gore remain. The stink of death is faint but present. There are several of the strange stone posts in this room, perhaps to provide extra control of the fighting creations. We'll steal their discipline wand. Let's take a look. Alright, so that's the arena. Non-authorized entry forbidden. We have a key, but apparently it's not the right key. Alright. Well, we will continue exploring the City of Rising and Tarktabal Zal next time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.